The main thing that happened between September of '67 and January '68, when we formed the Black Student Union, is that there was a West Coast, this is very important, there was a West Coast youth conference, Black Youth Conference, held in a big African-American church in Los Angeles, California, where Black progressive and revolutionary and Black Power organizations from Los Angeles to Seattle were told about. And as a SNCC chapter, we received information and very strong encouragement from our brothers and sisters in California. '67, Angela Davis was one of the leaders of, she was in the Communist Party, but she was also in SNCC at that particular time, and they sent us correspondence about this conference. So we mobilized 33 Black youth to go to Los Angeles on Thanksgiving weekend to attend this historic Black Youth Conference. It was at that conference that we first got exposed to and met brothers from and sisters from the newly formed Black Power organization in Oakland, California, that was calling itself the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. We had not heard of it before we went to that conference. It was at that conference that we met really strong, articulate Black men and women from San Francisco State University and UCLA, who had begun forming Black student unions on their campuses at both the college and high school level. It was at that youth conference that we met up with Stokely Carmichael and James Foreman, a longtime activist in SNCC, who just died, by the way, a couple months ago. He ran workshops on building grassroots community organizations at this conference. It was at that conference that we met a group of very cultural, nationalist-oriented youth who called themselves US, US, US. And they were headed by Maulana Ron Karinga, who is the creator of the of Kwanzaa. Yeah, you might be aware of that. We had never, and that organization grew out of the Watts riots of 1965. And it was very strong in Los Angeles. So can you imagine all these people coming together? It was at that Black Youth Conference that the idea to boycott the 1968 Olympics, a Black boycott of Olympics, as a way of showing Black power and dramatizing that even our athletes wanted America to change and were willing to make sacrifices. And Professor Harry Edwards from San Jose State University ran workshops for Black youth. And West Coast athletes like Mike Warren, Lou Alcindor, who is now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, were there. Tommy Carlos and the other brothers who did the Black Power salute at the 1968 Olympics were at that conference. So all that was a very historic conference. By the end of that conference, we had made a commitment to go back to Oregon and Washington and organize Black student unions. And we did just that on January 6, 1968, by organizing the University of Washington Black Student Union and taking ownership and responsibility for organizing Black student unions on the high school and junior high school. We were specifically asked on the weekend of Thanksgiving 1967 at this conference if we would not just focus on college campuses, that we had to become rooted in the Black community. So we had to organize Black students at the high school and junior high level. And we made a commitment to do that, began to do a blueprint on how to do it at this conference. So that was a very, very important conference. And the 30 of us were very excited when we got back to Seattle and began to talk about what were we going to do to build the Black Power movement in our home community.